again. I don't know why. I'm really so upset about this because it's been
I know, but don't worry. No problem, no problem. At this time, my phone, I had a message on the phone saying that it's gotten warm. It needs to cool down.
I see. Okay, all right. All right.
Okay, so let me continue. I was talking about introductory warm-up exercises. We looked at I'm sure a lot of people have done miming in their classes. And what are the simple mimes that the teacher can ask the learners to do? Daily things, daily actions, swimming, running, blah, blah, blah. You know, the things that students are familiar with. We also have trust, concentration activities, again, as introductory warm-up activities. For example, falling. This is again from Alan Maley and Duff. Two people play it. One person stands in front of the other person, but his back is facing him, and he falls. The other person is supposed to catch him or her, and it shows how much trust he has in that person who's supposed to be catching. So try it with someone. You don't always let yourself go. So this is a simple activity of trust. Now, it is a miming activity, and it's an introductory warm-up activity. How can you use it to connect it to the lesson?
Feelings, maybe adjectives, or verbs, maybe.
Trust or trust. The reading text could be on trust. Can you imagine, instead of starting the lesson like, okay, is trust important? What do you think about trust? I hate the question, what do you think about? What is trust? Blah, 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 blah. If you start with this, it is a very dramatic beginning, and it is an introductory warm-up to your reading text or listening text. Now, these are some of the low-risk introductory warm-up games. I'm sure a lot of people play drama games, but drama games are not about competition. They are about coordination. For example, one game could be creating a tableau. Tableau is a frozen picture. And after you read, this is a post activity, after students read a story, they are very familiar with the story. Let's take young learners' story, Frog Family. What can they do? In their groups, they can act out one scene from the story with Mommy Frog, Daddy Frog, Brother Frog, and Sister Frog. There will be different groups, and as drama is expression of the self, they can express whatever they like in whatever way they want. They are using their bodies, and they can use their voices, but this is non-verbal. So this is a moderate risk activity, after a reading text or a listening text as a post activity. Another moderate risk activity I like is becoming. It comes from the world of theater, and you become an object, a place, or a machine. One of my favorites is a photocopying machine. And so you get students in groups, and one person becomes one part of the machine. For example, the part that opens up, and the other person can feed in the paper. That can be a student as well. And another person is required to operate the machine. So there you have at least 3 people, or you can have 4 people, an assistant who needs to do the photocopying. That's one of my favorites. When doing drama works, some students prefer to create a place, and they created Ashti, for example. It was beautiful, and and it was great. So you can become anything or any person you like. Washing machine is also a very nice becoming activity. You have the students in the middle turning around themselves, yeah, like the clothes. Yeah. You have the lid open and closed, but these are all students doing it. And there's one person needed to put the detergent and the fabric softener, of course, and they love it. They simply love it. Okay, this is a moderate risk introductory warm-up drama activity. What can you use it for in the lesson? How can you use it? Very easy. You can use it in a unit on technology. This could be your pre-activity or post-activity. Again, instead of asking, okay, what is technology for you? You know, smartphones, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Instead of asking, or the question that can start with that, okay, get up everyone. I want you to, drama is usually done in a circle. So you get people in a circle and then you say, okay, I want you to create a machine. What machine? You decide. You can give the students the choice and the expression of that choice. So, shall I pause here for a minute?
No, I mean, I was just going to ask one thing. Can we use washing machine example, for example, with young learners when teaching colors, for example?
How would you use it?
I would attain one boy, for example, in the middle as a washing machine, detergent, etc.
Yeah.
Then,
excellent idea. Well done. Excellent idea.
oh, thank you.
Okay. An object. They can be an object. What do you think? What would young learners like to be an object? That's also...
They would like anything, really. Especially, for example, I don't know if it's part of drama, but for example, we're teaching vegetables and fruits. Instead of showing them the pictures, we can say it's not very difficult to bring one or two pieces of real food, maybe in the form a game. And as teachers, no, but don't have to do so many things. One thing that attracts their attention, they easily lead you actually to form a group or play within that dynamic. You don't have to do extra things to get them all together.
That's true. But in drama, you do with your body. I think the best definition I've heard so far comes from Wessels, and that's also a very good book. She says that drama is doing, three things. The third component for me would be feeling. So drama, doing, feeling, doing, being, feeling. So if you bring the realia, it's very good. Yes, but you are just showing the realia. You're not engaging the student. Whereas if the student acts like a banana or like an apple, that would be great. That is drama. So using realia, it is physical. Drama is physical.
Transferring these things into real life. Maybe does that increase empathy, Hocam? Empathy skills that helped our students to enhance their otherness, their looking at the things from the other other person's point of view is maybe more important than teaching.
I think benefits, one of the most important benefits is, of course, empathy, because children are egocentric. They think their way of thinking is the only way of thinking. Whereas if you give them different ways of being a banana, being a machine, being this, they will see other viewpoints. And that means you are creating room for empathy, which is an excellent point. Thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, let me continue with the, okay, moderate risk, you would go into mimed scenes. So pantomime it into a game. You know, everyone must have done it. You put in a box cards on which are written action words or feeling words like happy, sad, and each team or a player from each team pulls out a card and then he acts that to his own team, like a game of charades. So that you can do it as a game as well. The reason why I mentioned drama games, I think drama games are moderate risk activities because it has that element of competition. It is a little riskier than low risk activities. Mind scenes, yes, I was saying mind scenes. You can choose funny mind burglars breaking into a house, and that would be nonverbal, and they would act out, or you could act out, the teacher could perform, and then the students can perform. Now, again, if you want this to be an introductory warm-up activity to a reading or listening, we're thinking of teaching English now, then you would use it for a topic such as, what kind of a topic? Burglary, maybe, crime,
yeah,
burglary.
Crime.
That would be very...
Can we use it? Okay, it's just a question that has just come to my mind. Can we use it while teaching grammar as well? Not necessarily after reading text, etc. For it's a burglary, we can try to encourage them using past continuous tense sentences or I don't know, dialogues maybe afterwards.
Excellent. Now, when I do drama, forgive me if I'm leaving out a few things, but drama is a great means for presenting grammar inductively also. That's for the teacher's performance. What I'm talking about today is how we can use it with the students. But absolutely, I'll just pause here and talk about grammar teaching, performance of the teacher. I have this character called Güllü because Gül is my maiden name, and I've taken my own pictures, and I say that Güllü is a worker. It works as a cleaner in a school, but she always, and I explain this with pictures, but she's always very sad because she always wanted to be a teacher. And then I use pictures and runs away. I show a picture of me running away from my own building, and then she goes to Istanbul. I show a picture of Istanbul, and she becomes a singer. You know, the classic story. She becomes a singer, and I use my own pictures. There was this picture that in a cafe in Istanbul, a friend was playing the piano, and I was singing. Present this grammar context. So that is, I have wonderful dramas that I can use to present grammar. For example, I have Gelin and Gaynana I use to teach the present perfect. But that's for another time. How much time do we have, Hocam?
That's what I was just going to say. We have 2 more minutes, and I think
Oh,
that's
I haven't even come to role playing yet. Okay, role playing very quickly. Role play, high risk activity. It cannot be dry and fake communication like that. You need to supply the characters. You need to supply the context, blah, blah, blah. My favorite role play is King Arthur and Guinevere having dinner. And you prepare role cards for each of them. There needs to be a conflict. You write different things for Arthur and different things for Guinevere. For example, King Arthur is very happy because his Knights of the Round Table are there. But Guinevere is very unhappy because King Arthur doesn't pay much attention to him. He pays attention to his knights. I can also introduce the sword Excalibur, who's very unhappy because Arthur hasn't gone on battles yet, or for a long time, and he feels very lazy, blah, blah, blah. And last thing, you can add props. Props is a wonderful technique to use. It enlivens the atmosphere. I love using props, and I have many things. I have a prop wardrobe that the 3 different low risk, moderate risk, and high risk activities. I wanted to finish off with Dorothy Heathcote.
Hocam, Benna hocam, before we are
Evet.
disconnected, I'd like to thank you so much. It's been a great pleasure. I don't do anything but because of the system here.
Your voice is going and coming again.
Know how to thank you. It's much fun and lovely to have you here. I really
My pleasure. The pleasure is mine.
to meet you. I have so many messages already.
I couldn't hear your last word.
To repeat this session, I have already got so many messages on phone. Thank